What's going on there, friends and neighbors? I am Rob Reviews, and today is a very special day. It is July 1st, but it is also the first of the month of Kaijuly. The L-Ray network is going to be showing Godzilla films. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and I thought, what better day than to drop a Godzilla-related video? And since I got my loot crate yesterday and it featured something from Godzilla, I'd say this matches up pretty darn well. And today I'm going to be talking about... This is a Godzilla plush from Kid Robot from their Phunny line of plushes. Phunny, P-H-U-N-N-Y. You get it? It's clever. Now, I'm sure most of you Godzilla fans out there have seen this particular plush out and about, your comic book shops, your figure stores, your Toys R Us's, rest in peace. And obviously, the main difference between the ones that have been in stores and this one is that he is all blue. Look at that. He is a light blue. Whoa! But when we get over to his dorsal plates back here, they are a much darker blue. Now, in getting this plush, I figured I could hit two birds with one stone. Not only do I finally own a Phunny Godzilla plush, I can finally do a video on it, but unfortunately I don't have a normal one. I just have this blue one, so I really can't do a major comparison, although from the pictures that I've seen, the only major difference between this one and the other ones is that this one is blue. So I'm just gonna go about talking about this plush as if it's a brand new figure, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about with this plush, and it's something that I've always admired about these, is just the stitching on the eyes. The stitching on the eyes is fantastic. It doesn't look like there's a single stitch out of place. We've got the white, the yellow, the red, the black, and the sheen on the eyes on both sides. It looks awesome. You know, obviously they're plush. They're not going to have crazy awesome detail, but the stitching that they add in there for the detail has always wowed me. Just look at how mad he looks. It's adorable. And of course we've got some nice stitching over here for the nostrils. They're just black circles with black in the middle of them. And then we have this goofy little smile of his. Now most of the Phunny plushes that I own, which are from Loot Crate, they all usually have either goofy smiles or they just look goofy. But something that I wasn't expecting to see is that all the teeth on this guy are stitched. They're not a hard, rougher material like the dorsal plates are. This is all stitching. Meanwhile, the mouth feels like it's of a different material. It's a little bit rougher than the material that the rest of the plush is made out of. I thought that was a nice touch. Turning this guy to the side, we can see that we have some nice stitching on his head and on his thigh. And while we're here, let's just take a look at his arms and his legs. So here's the plush's little chicken wing arm. He's got little nails over here that are made out of the same material as the dorsal plates back here. They're like little chicken wings, look at that. And then we have his nubby little legs and feet over here. Again, the toenails are made out of the same material as the claws and as the dorsal plates. Moving the guy over this way, we can get a good look at his tag. Godzilla, Phunny, Kid Robot, a NECA company for ages 8 and up, blah 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 blah. And moving the tag over here to the front, we can see that he has the same stitched scales on top of his head and on his thigh. Got another little chicken wing arm. And then going to the back of the plush, this is honestly my favorite part of the plush. We get to see the darker blue dorsal plates, and I love that these things are made out of thicker, less softer material because they stand up very nice. Except for this one. This one's a little bent. I can't really get to stand upright. I think that's just how it was either sewn in or just because he was squished in that bag that I got him in. I love that all the dorsal plates stand up. They're in their own rows and everything. Some of them overlap each other, especially the ones in the center over here. And I just love how they're a darker shade of blue as compared to the rest of the plush, because it really just tears them apart from the rest of the plush. I love the stitching for the eyes, the nostrils, the teeth. I love the harder, more rough material used for the fingernails and the toenails, as well as the dorsal plates back here. I love that the dorsal plates and the rest of the plush are two different colors. This is an adorable little plushie. I'm really glad that I finally have him in my collection, and I need to get a normal one to go along with this guy. But let's end this video off with a size comparison, shall we? Since this guy is blue, I decided for my two size comparison shots that I'd use figures that are blue. So here is our atomic blue Phunny plush from Kid Robot next to the Trendmasters original Space Godzilla and the Trendmasters repainted Anguirus from the repaint set. And here is the Phunny plush with the Marmot Godzilla 1963 and the Ghost Godzilla Funko Pop. I love this little plushie, and like I said before, I really need to find me an original version of this thing just so I can have a nice little Godzilla Phunny plush family. I know they come in a bunch of different sizes. There's even an eBay listing for a whole family of these dudes, ranging from really small to really big, and I believe a couple of them actually shake or vibrate or something like that. But anyway, I have been Rob Reviews. I hope you enjoyed this short little review for the the Kid Robot Phunny Godzilla plush. This is the Loot Crate limited edition. Although I hope it doesn't stay limited, I would really like it if this thing becomes a little bit more available for Godzilla collectors out there. Whoever really like these plushes, I really don't want this thing growing in price and becoming stupidly expensive. But yeah, I enjoy this little dude. And yet again, I definitely need to find more of him. But until next time, everybody, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you all have a merry Kaijuly. And as usual, may Skreonk be with you all.